I have been using lack of speaking. I put down the gate, taking intermission, and I'm resuming it again in the morning. What the hell are you doing that for? Don't you need to talk most of the day? Ah, no, not at all. You can type most of your words to most people using your text. Only in your home you may get a little bump. If you went to work and you had to involve the public, you might not get away with it. You need one item. Why would you do this? I'll tell you why. So, like, for a period of time, I would speak. Now, there are mentally ill people. I can say I could be aware of this being shown someone else. They're going to see a certain mental illness. I know that. Not a problem with that. But it brings an interesting dynamic. Were they to come back with something, who knows? You know, I'm not mentally ill, so I get to play mentally ill alone. But it's not that. It's not really that. Because you don't get that with actually what's going on. So what is going on? Enough differentiations based in you got left brain and right brain. And no differentiations. One. All the differentiations are left brain. The Fritzes, the Van Hoots. There's no Van Hoot. Maybe there can be. Whatever name, it would have an associated energy and it will follow the thing that there and getting it down there. Down there you go. 12 feet away. There's probably something to find out about the math involved in just saying that. A lot of words. Lots of words. Well, consider if you may. No problem. Mostly true. One thing is said that I'm thinking, yeah, this is probably a major difference, not a problem though. It would just be a bonus fact. You yourself, sir, me, generate out matrix building material with 11 other people. Always 12. One person, 12. Are you sure? Why would you think that? Oh, I believe it.
Future America, 10,000
Yeah,
genders.
Not a
No,
problem with it. It
one
may be
God K,
considered
come
not a
on
problem.
down.
A
That's
lot of
Mind Dig
experience for the
entering
backlash.
big old pussy Earth
This
Matrix.
reality's fucked up. Fuck
The
it.
Mind Dig
It feels
just
like
went
it's
in there as
personal.
God K,
Hey, you're making
broke it
drinks,
all
so what,
down.
you're feeling personal? What, you
Just
don't
went
know?
in there and
'Cause
became
you have no need
Matrix.
to know.
That's how easy it
Okay,
was
that's interesting.
for God K. There you
You
go,
know,
God K.
you could be like, well, this is fucking crazy. The only crazy thing from this point on is sharing it with your ass and ain't been able to do something positive with that. You would be the exception in this case. You don't have to even do anything anytime. There's no real pressure. But you can add the pressure. Where are we at? This volcano, Las Palmas. The moment this motherfucker becomes into the reality, these volcanoes have been live. The volcanoes are the perfect part of the earth that holds this. What is our problem with all this inside? Yeah, why? Because we had all this outside pressure coming at us from every fucking direction. Mostly from the aliens. I mean, even aliens that are hovering above us is going to give us a complex that they're above us and more superior. When we're humans, come on, we're not really fucking up with what's wrong and why. It's easy to diagnose. We're fucked up. We have been done fucked up for profit of others. Get through that. It doesn't want to be that. No one does. No one wants to be that. We get to be that. We can overcome it. It's not even. It's better than that, though. Human. You're God, men and women, and I mean that's a cocoon that can really fucking be an ergo butterfly. Now, I don't need to get all. I could tell you something else and tell you the same fucking thing. I'll leave it real silly and loose with that. There's a fucking miracle at work. Now, whenever the believer, I want to be identified as a believer. It's a Christian. I don't want to be misunderstood when I do hands and, make this real serious look. Like, if you knew, okay, what's he wear this thing for? This is part of the Halloween costume. But it is actual clothing that's not costume material. And it's clothing. And it has these very fancy but gold buttons on here that you got to put on. And when I was pulling it on and off over my head. But whenever this whole earth on the 5D, the situation in that situation, when I put this on, I go there. And why? It's not because any other reason than when I was a younger, maybe in the 7th grade, I was this young person and I had built this world by some means of channeling and loosely able to write. So I'm a scribish, sort of not incredibly unapt to be even concealed in the creation I'm created. Maybe even aware in this core of another world, brought to you by a 5-year-old kid, and then just whatever's there is whatever knowledge comes before the birth. You're down here, you're incarnated, you're a higher density being. You perform a service, so you have your upper spirit soul body somehow detached, but fully developed. Fully developed. You have access to it. Most clear and clean in your dreams is where you're going to get your best messages and activities happening with that, like sitting there looking at you. But while in the earth, in our waking state, it's as if the higher self is asleep. But it is. But it's sleeping. It's quite fascinating, actually, what's going on here. Once you start getting the emotions that are involved in pleasure, not fear, not murder, not violence, not masturbatory feedback loop of another kind or another. It's not to say that sex is bad, and you can even pleasure yourself without fear of every single eyeball that will pop open just to catch that. It's only necessary if you make it necessary. And why? You got one purpose with that. You get to catch others. Predatory. After that, you got other activities to do. It's true. They know who they are. Yeah, they do. I guess so. So, I will be going back into it. I'm about to go to sleep. But for periods of time, and I haven't even finished. These are bullets that are coming out. Okay, this is all lost. Everything you do externally is lost. It's like letting out the energy into the free-flowing space. Shut the fucking door. We got the AC going. Remember that? It's the logic there. And it's sound. But words sent into the body, you got bullets. You got some sort of explosions going on. You're going to have to make them implosions. Times 5. Yeah. Energy into each organ transmuted. Just a redirection of, I can't even tell you exactly the whole layout for each of the organs, but I know it's Chinese ancient medicine format, and it get it. Each of the emotions condenses into one of those major, your liver, kidneys, heart, lungs, spleen. And those are different, very felt emotions, of which you have higher and lower expressions. You don't want to be in your liver in a low vibration. You're going to be angry. These are not unknowns, but they're very loosely held. And part of the loosely heldness, when you see, I've already spent way too much time talking to myself, doing other activities, their trainings, to bring out a awareness or the whatever is drawing the chi is getting the feel for each energy. And then you have the shin, and then you have the what do you call the spirit? I don't know. I lose it because I've got two different languages to go through, and it's easier just to realize what's going on, drop them both, and go into ether or whatever I imagine in the mind closer than either word. So this can occur the moment you internalize and you will not let yourself talk because you've told yourself exchange using your supplementary motor function. The fuck did he just say? I said this once or more time. Now this did come from Tim Refat. And there are some people that would have to just throw that in the trash before I would say it, and I got to source it. Tim Refat is given, I don't give a fuck, whatever anyone believes about that guy. He knows something, and it's used, and it's useful. And there's some extremes that they go to, and you know what? It's their choice. I get a tingle by, whatever. Will the time tell that if I should have gotten more involved in destroying the Elohim? I don't think that's really my role, but if that is to be, it must be as well. And some of this shit just has to change, and you have to go, or you have to be behind the change or not. I'm not fundamentally and ideologically, any way, shape, or form, fucked up by the attempt to do a great thing. Even if it has to take out the devil. Fuck a devil. That is the spirit of my revolution, that I may move forward. A lot of people don't get past that part. They have a real problem with having real, not problems. And they remain in that weird state of warfare. You can't have that. It is so bad for you. We're not bullshitting about it. We're taking it, those transformations. Did you tell your father? You told your dad about transformations? Out there is that guy. Oddly, in a way, it is my father. And me at the same time. That's right. It's very difficult to do with respect when you're a targeted individual. What do you mean? They've set up another, they continually change out who's the guard. The guard? What the fuck kind of shit are you talking about? Yeah, I do. It comes in the form of some attractive picture of a girl. I think it's a gray. I was going to start poking in that area. Some things about grandma. It was a conversation that I didn't have that somebody suddenly, you got to watch out. You have to be careful. And maybe I'm talking to me. Maybe I'm talking to the aliens. There's a lot of weird aliens playing humans, a lot of different agendas going on here. That's a fucking fact. But there's only one that really matters. It's your agenda. And maybe the best thing about your agenda is its lack of itself. I would be the first to agree. And then I would be the first to put something together with you. It's not anything missing in this world. When you get this weird other thing going on, and I suggest the most highest of souls can do it like that. Like they're really not needing to do any of the extremes. There's a lot of tension involved in what even we think is our new age stuff. Way too much bullshit going on. That is in a service to some other shit. It's not serving you. Hell no. They're not serving you with that information, but they serving it up all right. That's one of the clues that I get that keys me on who's doing what. Because I find I just can't spend any effort if this is going this way where there's nothing, there's no way I can Yeah, it's a good way to tell you. Try to go one of all your, 12 different directions. You actually face it and then try to go forward. There'll be one that you just won't be able to do it. And you can get something like that in the works pretty easy. How much effort does that take out? If a lot. 3D Earth human, most of y'all who are watching this are somehow participating in whatever building is going on of this 5D receptacle we're going to call home. Some 3D Earth humans, they already left. There's a whole nother, and it's a copy of Earth. Doesn't sound good. I like the way James Rink said it. He's like, yeah, they get to go to this other place because, you choose the jab and then you get, it's like they can't fight for you anymore. These same people that give you the jab, they're mandated by the mandate from above is coming from, well, we can't really count their life the same way. They didn't even fight for it. Did you hear what I said? You didn't even fight for your life. Damn, it sounds like they might killed you already. We've been telling people this is what they want to do. What do you think would happen when if they got to be able to have this shot? It's gene therapy. When? When we activate it. What do you mean when? That's how it works. When they activate it, you have gene therapy. Oh, that could be bad for you. Oh yeah. I don't understand why no one don't. Yeah, that's why they didn't want you talking about any of that at certain times. Suddenly, you kind of talk now. It doesn't seem to matter, does it? Kind of seems like damage being done in such a way as they ain't not worried about it no more. I'm an unvaccinated person, highly unlikely to be vaxxed. I'm pretty sure I can have history behind me when it's all said and done. But hey, do whatever you feel. Just stay informed. And hey, what you choose not to be informed on shows a lot more about you than you thought. I mean, it might be the end of you. I don't want that for anybody though. I don't even need to I really don't need to have any sort of values that get involved in other people's business other than myself. I mean, that's wrong, yeah. When you start needing and requiring and seeing the things that are done on beliefs and they're wrong. It's their first time your beliefs start fucking with someone else's shit at your comfort, you're outside of natural law. You take that shit to Mark Passio, see what he says. Show him that on paper and then look what he does. See ya. Out of there. That motherfucker would, if he could not take you out, he would take you out. That's what's real about the real that's on the earth. I can't always perform in these ways. Now today, I don't know what the hell I drew upon. Oh, the almost my family in murder situation. You got the kids. Oh, they're in the house. One of them's dead. Oh, this is your family, Mr. Watson. I didn't immediately answer this text, and I saw kids found in the woods. Oh no, that wasn't it. It was your shit, maybe. I'm like, how do you find this? How would this even happen? It's really weird because like when they have all that, no naming the kids, I can understand that. Why would you hurt them any? Their lives are ruined. There it is. So you don't tell their names. I'm fine by that. But they're not my kids. They're not mine. They're other people's kids, extra kids. Now, mom doesn't no longer live there. Where the kids was an apartment rumored to be theirs. She hasn't been around on. One kid's dead. She's not there. She has a boyfriend. That seems right. And I'm like, they don't even give you anything. What we got here is a real interesting situation. My son's older than 15. 15. And I'm going to look at this. I'll tell you, this is a horrible thing. part of me doesn't believe it's real because of what they've left off. And then if I read into it, I've already read the depth to go into the place, to look around, to fuck shit up a bit, and then to identify what it is. My responsibility. I'm a father. I'm a father of kids. I have them. I'm here where I am. Most of what I do could be in a context that is kid friendly, or there wouldn't be the kids, and it'd be friendly like on Halloween and such. It's a very difficult thing to counter your own they've done unto you predator mode that doesn't exist. And I could have been a better dad. Oddly, it was keeping the wife and job with dad. The manipulation that got into there just wasn't, I didn't have the psychology to understand it in fast enough time. And I know that. Nor have I put into any mandated form or the alternative, some form of, I don't know, I didn't make any move. I am where I am. I'm with my dad. I had some weird shit happen. It's whenever I went to work and I was going to be taxed by her and she was going to live with her dad, the one who killed her mom, in another place without his wife. Like, that's really very specific, odd, and wrong. This happens while I'm out of town working. That period of time, there was no talking to me, seeming allowed from dad, father, and it was almost as if a lover and father had usurped me. This is why I didn't have the psychology in that situation to do anything but make a fucking damaging ass move every touch. Now, I thought the smart move would be to get my ass home and this resolved. Not so much. But I didn't have another place to go and keep my career. Would have stayed at this weird fringe place. Highly likely I would have died. Probably my fault, using some form of way advanced drugs all wrong. Very strong, aggressive upper. The uppers there was uppers like a motherfucker. And work was hard enough to kill you. Try to go to work and do 8 days not sleeping. Don't ever do it again. You can't hallucinate and find yourself up in the way the hell up, and then like you're going to touch stuff and you can't actually put your finger where it's at. You've been up past your bedtime too many times. Yeah, 8 days. That's as far as I've ever gone. Never tried to get there again. Not even close ever again. That's significantly beyond. And no way! Yeah, infinity. Right through it. Missed the whole thing. Here's intelligent infinity, and there you go. Right on through. You didn't even see it. Are you crazy? I had no idea about any of that. Never heard of it. What you talking about? Anyway, so yes, by changing the words into the direction inwards, I want you to know the people, because I'm going to attempt to make videos, I'm going to have to just work around it. This is the start things. So these different mechanisms that have been bullets, they can't be bullets going inside of you. Well, then I will be soon to be dead. Why are you shooting bullets outside of yourself? Most humans are like bombarding their futures. Like you need to clear out the, there's always some sort of fear putting shit there. We tell ourselves this is what goes on. You get into the fear frequency, you start getting fearful. The fourth dimensionality comes in. Oh, you got maybe 3 to 10 minutes. 3D human doesn't survive into 40 time space. 40 Earth. It didn't last. What kills them? They start manifesting fears and then reckoning them with guns or sword or whatever. These people are coming and here they come. I need this weapon and there it is. That's pretty fucking fast. And that's what happens. I mean, you can see how that could be the case, right? If not, you do know that you're just being stupid. These are your thoughts. If they can come back to you this fast, where are you at in your thinking? What are you doing? Are you in a war? Are you in an upcoming conflict? Maybe not. Maybe other things. Maybe you can do flowers and trees. Maybe underwater. Hell, let's go on boat. Any fucking thing else. And live. Seems pretty clear to me. Yeah, who knows? Half the times I get to be the idiot savant. But I'll tell you one thing. when you generate realities and they're coming out of your streaming, there, and you can emanate with that opening of the three at the top and the remaining, what do they call it, twisting sword on the tree of life going down to this realm we're in, is what makes the thing. Well, I'll be damned. Yeah, it sure as hell does. It's not bad like that then. It puts a very fine connection in that case. This is why I would extend this. It's nothing that I get to own. This is nothing like, but if there's somebody who comes down and do this and you say you're told you do this, many varied ways, that's an amazing thing to be able to have, that you give. You would know what this is then. It's you. What are you saying? Well, I believe this is true. That's not even, it's weird because whenever this locks into being the case, there's a lot more stress taken off, worried about all the wrong shit. I mean, how could you have worry that would actually hold, were it not incorrect to be held? Because it's wrong. Body tells us a lot of things. The problem with this mixture of being as much divine aloof in with this sophisticated human body, good lord, it is some form of fucking spaceship, light body vessel. You're an immortal light being, and this is your bioelectronic, bioenergetic spaceship. Hell, I'll take that over a car any day. But who knows? Maybe not you. I'll see you tomorrow. I will be going in and doing this, and then I will be making whatever is the gains, and they're there, plug-inable to the speaking human, the whatever. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful night.